What is going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza Horizon 5 video, and today's video we'll be talking about how to get free money extremely quickly and easily using an exploit in the auction house and pretty much just reselling a few extremely lucrative cars. Now, if you guys are new to my channel or yet to check out some of my content, be sure to drop a like and a subscribe to my channel. Helps out a bunch and will of course only take around 3 seconds. In addition, I'll keep you all up to date with the further Horizon 5 glitches, tutorials, giveaways and etc. and any further updates to this video I'll be showing and the overall method, as it will likely change and evolve over time. But first thing you guys want to go in and do is head to the auction house, and not at your home. Make sure you guys head to the auction house at the festival, as there's actually a slightly lower delay when searching for cars in the auction house when you do it from the festival opposed to being at your home. So in this video I'll be talking about 5 to 6 cars that are extremely effective to be able to lucratively snipe and resell, and the first being the LaFerrari. Now I'll throw in a few extra tips and tricks you guys have likely never seen before in relation to some of these cars, and also how to properly resell them and buy them for an extremely cheap price. So firstly guys, find the LaFerrari, and what you'll see off the bat is there's very few of these on the auction house, and for those that do come up, they're selling for 20 million buyout. Now, do I want to buy this for 20 million? No guys, because if you buy it for 20 million, you're not going to be able to resell it for any profit. Ideally, you want to look for ones that are a lot less than that you can resell for that $20 million price tag and truly make a profit. So in search auctions, I typically go for a max buyout of around 11 million, depending on how much the car's worth. For cars that are realistically selling up consistently for 20 million, put around 11 million up, block out all those overpriced LaFerraris, and will only show you ones worth 11 million or under with their buyouts. Pretty much want to snipe going in and out. And one thing that I'll show you guys is pretty useful is that when you're trying to snipe cars and you've got a good filter on, cars will only come up if they're worth sniping. So when you see the little silhouette of a car loading, you want to snipe it as quickly as possible. I recommend practicing on some cars like this. See you guys, that white outline of a box loading, you guys would see 1 or 2 of those max if you're sniping a car, and as soon as you see it, spam Y, and as soon as the car comes up, you want to go in and do the sniping motion. Get into that buyout menu as soon as possible. When you're buying out cars, do not waste your time pressing into it, loading the auction house and then buying it out. That's way too sloppy, takes way too long, and if you're trying to snipe a competitive car like LaFerraris, you're not going to be able to snipe them most of the time. The second car I'll be talking about is a relatively new car to the game that you guys can actually download or actually unlock through the Horizon Festival playlist, but right now it's a very good time to try stack up on these and resell them for a lot of money. As you guys can see, the maximum buyout of these is pushing 17 million, and there's an absolute boatload of these being listed up. Again, I recommend going for a very similar filter. 11 million will see that all those overpriced ones, allowing for only cheap ones to pop up, which you guys can snipe. If you're getting them for around 1, 2, 3 million each when you're sniping them, easy resell for a minimum of 15 million credits for these right now, and boom, extremely easy way to be able to stack up a lot of money in Forza. Now of course guys, if you're wondering how to get all these rare cars instantaneously, in fact 3 of every single rare car, on top of 900 million credits, 10,000 Superwheelspins, etc. I'm actually selling modded accounts right now on MitchCactus.co, and we basically updated the website and made the overall customer experience even better. So if you guys want to check that out, modded accounts, personal account mod services or credit packs for both Xbox, PC and Steam, there'll be a link to MitchCactus.co at the top of the description below. The next car I'll be talking about guys is actually the Unicorn V2. The Unicorn V2 is not only a car that I recommend you guys have in general for farming skill points, but it's also one that's extremely easy to make money off when sniping. The Unicorn is literally just the Unicorn V2, it's all you need to look for when going for the model, and there's actually a big difference between this and the normal Hoonigan. The normal Hoonigan can be bought for around 500,000 credits on the auction house, whereas the Hoonigan V2 hardly ever sells. Again, you don't even need a proper filter for cars like this, considering how little there are being listed up. And as you guys can see, if I want to go list mine right now, you'll be able to get a pretty insane amount of credits for it just for selling one of these. These are actually unlockable through a previous Horizon Festival playlist, and right now is a very good time to be able to relist them if you want to make some pretty big money off a few you might have sniped previously. Easy 20 million credits right there guys, and good thing is you'll be able to snipe these for a lot less than that. Another card's very easy to snipe, I actually made a separate video discussing a couple of weeks ago, is the Lamborghini Gallardo Spider, or Gallardo, based on how you want to pronounce it. There'll be a bunch of these listed up, 20 million, 15 million, easy to be able to sell these for right now guys. Again, very similar max buyout strategy you want to go for here, put it on around 11 million, see that all those unnecessarily overpriced ones that really are not going to be good for sniping, keep the low price, high interest ones in the range, which you can then easily sell for around around 15 million. If you guys actually do manage to snipe one of these, I'll go on and show you guys how you can relist them. Depending on how quick you want to get your money for, or money back for them, you could instantaneously sell them for a little bit of a cheaper price, like 11 million, that would instantly sell, or you could go 20 million, put a decent bidding on it just to get the bid started, and you'll likely be able to end up bidding on that for around 16 million by the end of it. So you probably won't get 20 million every single car, so you probably won't get 20 million every single time for all these cars that say 20 million buyout, but you'd easily get around a 15 million minimum, and if you want to sell it extremely quickly, easy 11 billion right off the bat. The next car that's a very good snipe, guys, is actually the Honda Civic 84. There's actually multiple Hondas that are very good for and very lucrative for sniping. I made a full video specifically about them, guys, and if you want me to make another one, drop a comment down below. But Honda Civics in general, like the Honda Civic Mugen, the CRX, very good car to be able to snipe and resell. As you guys can see, this one's going for 20 million. It easily sells upwards of 10. And like I've said with all the other cars in this video, exact same strategy with the max buy of 11. Keep all the overpriced ones out of your auction house range, only ones that are worth sniping. Now the last car I'll be talking about in this video is a very highly anticipated car. It's extremely hyped up in Forza right now, being the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. This is a car that's been going for insane prices before it was even probably listed into the game, and right now there's none on the auction house, guys. Extremely good one to be able to snipe. If you want to use that filter, you can if you want, just in case one pops up for 20 million and you don't want to accidentally snipe it, but considering how little of these will be popping up, definitely not necessarily worth it. The reason I don't recommend this being the primary car you guys snipe and resell is because there are much more lucrative options or alternatives that aren't as frequently bought out, or at least hyped up in the auction house. Like I said, cars like the Ferrari 59 GTO, the Unicorn, and even the LaFerrari alternatives that are much easier to snipe considering how little people are sniping them in relation to cars like the SVJ, which will easily sell for 20 million instantaneously. But guys, these are 5-6 top cars to be able to snipe, resell for extremely lucrative prices, and basically the quickest way to be able to get money in Forza right now, outside of any glitch or method you guys might want to use, that's basically considered of just, or comprised of just grinding. That's going to wrap it up for this video. If you want to stay up to date with any further Horizon 5 content, glitches, tutorials, giveaways, etc., be sure to drop a like and sub down below, and comment if you guys want me to make any further videos specifically talking about some other cars that are good to snipe in the auction house. Let me know, but that's going to wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching.